Well, hi there, here we go again on another fail Leo Kim video, and it's the Toys Stolen in Store Mark II. I've done one of these videos before. It's been quite some time since we've taken a look at this, and because I go to real retailers all the time, I notice things on the shelves which aren't quite right. I've got a slight curiosity about this type of thing because I often ask myself, who are taking these toys? Are we dealing with very young children? Are we dealing with adults doing this, or is there some mysterious toy-stealing elf that gets about the toy stores? Because I've been wandering around toy stores for many years making silly videos for YouTube, this is something that I've been watching for a long time. I do see some retailers where this seems to happen a lot more frequently than others. Mind you, I think there are some shops which clear off the damaged stock fairly fast. I think one thing which really stimulates this style of activity is if there is like a one-off type of figure or something special that is fairly difficult to find, and if it's easily ripped out of the box, it will be. Some of the things that I see being stolen from the toy boxes make sense to me, but then there are other things that make no sense at all. So part of me's thinking this is really to do with younger children who are getting their little fingers in there and levering out toys that they like to look at. But then again, a lot of these toys are up on a fairly high shelf where younger children wouldn't be able to get to it. So it really does confuse me exactly what's going on. As most of us know these days, with so many toys, they are so tied into the box. You need to be like a Harry Houdini to get the toy departed from the box. And I do remember a story from Kmart staff that I knew from quite some years ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and there was a big problem with Lego sets. The larger Lego sets that had exclusive figures were being broken into because, well, let's just say the people taking the figures knew exactly which bag to go for inside the bigger box. I think that problem has been arrested by the way Lego put the minifigures in these bigger sets now. There's a bit of a science as to why toys are so exposed in toy boxing, and it really roots back to once a child touches something and can feel it and has a sense of, well, that's mine, the desire to own this really starts to ramp up. Now, if toys were, let's say, all in a box and there was no way to sort of come in there and scrutinize something and touch it, the desire to have that toy really diminishes. So there's this very, very fine balance between having something that's really easily accessible and played with in box versus it being ripped out, stolen, and taken home without buying the whole toy. Anyway, I'll stop talking. You're probably sick of hearing me talk. Maybe you could tell me your stories, because they're as important as my stories, about what you've seen going on if you go to retailers. What toys have you seen being stolen? What's the most common toy have you seen being stolen? I think the one that comes to my mind immediately is the Thomas Minis. Peculiar because they're a very inexpensive toy, but I think what goes on is people are after a certain character and they go through, and what they do is they basically open up the toys in store, and then some naughty people slip those toys into their pocket. Sometimes the bag's just left open there and the toy's still inside, but I lost count of the times and I saw empty Thomas Minis bags hanging about in the Thomas Minis area. Anyway, I'll find some free music and we'll continue on from here without me babbling.